everybody, and welcome back to CT Time. My name is Aziza Red, and I am here with the awesome producer,
hey y'all,
Rich Ray.
Give me a call, everybody.
Today we are talking about terms and agreements, and when I say that, I'm not talking about those weak-ass entanglements and sneaky links all y'all been having since pandemic, all of that. Monkeypox is out, and we're not rubbing shoulders with nobody over here, okay?
Not at all.
But when I speak on terms and agreements, I'm talking about the stuff that you forget about. I'm talking about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, AstroKid, DistroKid, whatever. No shade, all shade, no tea. Y'all ain't reading that. I know for a fact y'all is not reading all of that stuff that y'all signing, and will it come back to bite you in the butt?
No, for real. Like, you really need to read your contracts. Just, whoo! You can't sue a company if you haven't actually read their terms and agreements, their disclosures, all of that.
1 second.
Forgot the fans on. So, basically, you already see behind us, there's Ariel signing out her contract. And if you've seen the movie Little Mermaid, she actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Breached the contract?
How did she breach the contract? She just broke the contract.
Well, how she breached the contract was she was supposed to get the guy to fall in love with her and kiss her within like a certain amount of days, and she failed. But at the same time, Ursula cheated, so, you know, it's just how movies drive the plot. Yeah.
I doubt she would have got the same deal if she had it revised. Some other Little Mermaid would have got that deal. But I feel like Ariel shouldn't have did that in the first place, you know?
I mean, but she didn't read it either. Like, you know, the whole song was sounding all nice and cute, and she's just like, shoot, just take away my voice? Use my body language?
Speaking of taking away your voice, no shade once again. Speaking of Meg Thee Stallion, her 360 deal. They're saying she had to put up a what is that? A protection order in order to actually release all the music that we're hearing now. They're saying that her album that she dropped under her 360 deal was all old material and only 26 minutes worth of new work. So that doesn't count as an album.
Well, I looked at that album.
So, terms and agreement.
Yeah, I actually looked at that album. It's about probably 46 minutes. So
but that's new to you, old to them.
Yeah, it's new to me. Like, and it just came out last
it's
year.
Just new to you.
But I did look at it. I did listen to a few tracks.
But sometimes that's how it is in the studio. You want to piece stuff together, things come full circle. But is that like taking away the artistry of just being an artist, period? Like, you could be like, you know, just chilling, hearing a new beat, saying some new stuff, and be like, dang, I remember I was 5 years old on the swing. I used to say,
There's albums I released that I still don't want to listen to, quality reasons or stuff like I don't even believe in anymore. Like, I wrote a song just about murder, so yeah. I'm not 17 anymore, so.
He was on the block slinging 15 bricks,
I was wild as a kid on the track, but that's not
it.
Really
was Karate Kid in the hood.
I kind of was. I was Bruce Lee boy looking. But did you actually look into like Megan Thee Stallion's 360 deal?
Tell me more about it.
So this year, actually, like February, she is still appealing the contract, saying that the album that she released last year is satisfactory enough as an album by definition and just, you know, chart
hitting. And this is for the 2016 album, 360 deal.
This is for the 2021 album.
Okay.
She used the album Something. It's called like Something for the Hot Girl.
For the Hotties.
Something for the Hotties. So that was the album that she used to say, hey, I need y'all to pay me for my music. But the court itself has to find her album satisfactory.
But Meg isn't the only one under a bad deal. We all know the struggles of Summer Walker, sleeping on crates, eating off of trash bins, and all this other stuff, saying that she literally makes no money from her music at all. Or even Cardi B even went viral. I guess, who's that British rapper? And she seems like kind of like Nicki Minaj. I really like her. She's like,
oh no, you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about
Shelty. Brush your teeth.
Well, she's super lit. Apparently, she wrote Cardi B's hit song and the beat for Cheap Ass Weave. You remember that song? I actually liked that one, the Cheap Ass Weave song, before Cardi B had her big break. And Cardi responded like, girl, I only made $2 for that. You want the other one? Like, because, you know, when you sign stuff, but is that worth it? Because now you're a superstar. Yeah, you kind of got over in the beginning. I'm trying so hard not to cuss. I think he only got like 3 bleeps to get out.
10.
But like, is it worth it being effed over? And now you're TLC, the legend.
Oh my gosh, another TLC, another NWA.
Now you salt and pepper.
Yes.
I did my own bleep. Y'all heard that?
Like, people don't remember TLC had the 360 deal. NWA also did too. That's why Ice Cube like broke up with them. Dr. Dre did eventually as well. Said that Eazy-E screwed him over. It's a lot that happens in the industry that a lot of people really don't know.
But is that worth it to get your foot in the door, though? I'm not even trying to say, like, but is that what people say, selling your soul? Da, 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 da,
They're selling your soul and then, like, actually selling your soul.
But
like,
no, but as an artist, that's selling your soul, like, demeaning your art, even if that's you getting your foot in the door. You even see that all the time with, like, people on TV willing to go on TV on these apps, on these Zeus things, and willing to get their face beat in for no money just so we can know their name and we can like actually like pay attention to them and their artistry or their modeling or whatever the heck they want to do. Like, we're literally just watching them like humiliate themselves completely for little to no money. Like Jerry Springer, like what? They're out there.
I mean, Jussie Smollett, the guy from Empire, getting paid $20,000 a year as a musical songwriter, and you know.
Oh heck no! What?
$20,000 a year.
He's only in $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year. And we're talking about Taraji Henson was getting paid millions of dollars.
Don't make this about her.
Hold on. I'm not making this about
her stuff.
I'm not making this about her.
She about somebody.
I'm just saying Jussie was writing all those songs. That's why, you know, the new seasons don't have that many songs, because Jussie was writing all of them and he was getting angry about it. That's why he was making that publicity stunt. Yeah, it failed, but at the same time, like, you know, there has to be like a notice here. He wasn't getting paid enough, so we was like, y'all need to recognize that I've been
I ain't mad now, bro. Try to get your money, because they ain't playing. He needed a side gig.
Man, for real. Yaz the Greatest. The
or you see that all the time, T Grizzly. He was a waiter at all these fancy restaurants. Would you get waited on by T Grizzly? That sounds like a Family Guy episode.
It really happens, you know. We really just, oh man, these artists are living life. They're doing all this. Like, no, what they show you on Instagram, they're just, you know, faking it till they make it for the most part half the time.
That is real, and most of this stuff, they're just paying for notoriety. Mm-hmm. For sure. Local
rappers here get a 360 deal. They just get the budget right then and there, and then they gotta pay it back.
You gotta flip that.
They don't flip it. They spend all that money on a car. They spend all that money on like guns or something. Then the record label be like, "So where my $2 million?" They be like, "What $2 million? I thought that was mine." No.
But as an artist, you do have to recognize, like, when you sign these deals, the money's going to publishing, leasing, recording, merchandising, DVDs, books, hotels, appearances, touring, gas money, all this stuff. Like, so you're like, dang, like, okay, you go front me this, you go take me all these places because I'm basically paying for all this, and it's that worth it. You know, we ain't go just super down 360 deals, and it's people saying, no, I won't put the dress on, and then the next person saying, yeah, I will put the dress on, and now that's 6ix9ine, and you're who?
6ix9ine. Who else did it? Andre 3000, Lil Jon.
Okay.
I'm just
put
saying.
the dress on. Don't have me over here trying to get y'all.
Put the female leggings on.
I put the gun in my purse. I put the gun on my purse. I do not call it a purse. It ain't no lip gloss in it. It ain't no lip gloss in it. Then I guess it ain't a purse.
It's all funny until like it's you be like, man, I really need money. They be like, I'll give you $5 million right now. You be swearing up and down you can flip them $5 million. They give you $5 million. Now you stuck for life. You stuck under a record deal that don't give up. Good about you.
$5 mil?
$5 mil. I know this,
$5 mil?
It sounds cute, don't it? $5 mil, all those like trips around the world, all that. And now you in prison in Russia after smoking weed.
Don't do that, because I'm going to buy my shit when I get there. Gosh.
But we're just talking about, you know,
Yes.
those are just the celebrities, the rappers, the singers, the actors, actresses. A lot of these people getting paid little to nothing to draw, to voice act, to, you know, make a 40-track album, not even to get like the top 50.
Can an NDA last a lifetime?
It can. Like, so how the contract terms are written, they have to do a draw line, basically. What that means is, like, the contract is supposed to end at a certain point. Sometimes they might say for life. There's still an end line. Like, when you die, fine, we'll release all your music back to you. You get all the royalties back.
Oh, because, wait, when you die, you get your royalties, like your family? Like, it comes, like, Suge Knight don't got them no more?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they
But
all
then again,
yours?
there's also loopholes, like, well, if nobody in your family claims
Okay,
the tracks.
I'm thinking about Prince, the greatest, or Michael Jackson when he passed away. Of course, yeah, those are his kids. I don't care what nobody say. But yeah, when he died, then that This Is It movie came out.
His kids got the royalties.
The full royalties to that, his family has the full royalties
Not
to
the
that, or
full
is it like
royalties.
the Sony owns This Is It, and they were just trying to make more and more money after them? Because you know how black people, we be mad. We be like, I'm gonna buy the DVD, but this ain't right. This is not right. Dang, another Emmett Till movie? I'm gonna watch it. This ain't right. This better be going to him and his family.
All the royalties are shared depending, like, who owns, like, most of the rights, half the rights.
But
all
in the
that
world of
such.
Henrietta Lacks,
You guys really
Okay.
gotta make your own beats. You guys really gotta write your own songs. You really don't have nobody in the room with you. Do not. I don't care if it's your friend, if it's your cousin, whatever. That deal comes in, you start seeing those checks come in. Everybody gonna switch faces on you. I kid you not. Just saying. Oh, it's too deep.
now I'm thinking about it.
I just say have the people that you really, and I mean
I
you
hate
really
that people
trust.
change so much over money and like little stuff and like the outside stuff. Like, let's speak on Doja for a sec. You know how Sis decided to shave her eyebrows and her hair or whatever, and then one day like she just posted a picture like, okay. So what? Like, literally, so what? Like, and then they're like, okay, yeah, she shaved her head, but her eyebrows. People that wear makeup know you just gotta shave your eyebrows sometimes. And then when she explained it, like, bro, I'm off for like some months. Cause you know, I think they like, when I remember like back in the day, they used to release music like every 5 years under deals and stuff like that. They would release music like every 5 years. I don't know what the gaps are for albums nowadays. You just gotta like pay attention to the pattern.
It just depends on the
everybody's
deal, the
contractor.
artist.
Yeah, the artists are different, but
My favorite band, Linkin Park,
you know, I
release
respect
one
that,
every year
taking
and a
a
half.
break. And then when you like shave everything off, and then she was like, bro, like now everybody gives a F when I'm finally feeling free. Like, bro, I actually feel free right now. Like when I was dressing up and being fake and losing weight and trying to be in front of everybody and everybody's face, pretending, dressing, like, you know, I felt like crap. And now that I'm actually feeling free, everybody wants to reach out and be like, you need help, don't die.
I really do think that Doja is going through something. I kid you not. But, you know, I'm not there in her life. And that's basically what
But I
she's saying.
felt what she said. Like, I feel like she is coming out of something, shit.
Yeah, like, you're not there in the celebrity's life. You don't actually know what they're going through. It don't matter what they say. It don't matter which one of your friends told you this and that rumors. Like, you're not there.
It's just like how society views women. They're like, you'll feel better if you just like put a dress on and shit. Like, you know, nobody's into you right now because you're just like not cute, you know, like put
Maybe
some
if
lashes
you, like,
on.
inject something in your butt and, like, make your hips come out a little more.
If you do that, you'll feel like way better about how everybody
I
feels
promise you,
about
everybody's going to want you. Everybody's just going to want to be around you. And it's just like,
I feel like that's how it is. So like, bro, I'm not gonna need a hairstylist for a few weeks. Don't send Byron.
Britney Spears did it once too. She's like, I'm tired of, you know, being everybody's
Oh,
doll.
can we not reference her for this woman's transformation?
I was there. I was there through it all. I'm just saying. I was there through it all. I was there when Beyonce said she was possessed. So I'm just.
So did you recently see that fake Nicki Minaj leak about her assistant?
Yeah, I saw that.
So, not you, assistant. Well, about her assistant, basically, just like, I guess, fake getting fired and just reporting all this stuff and saying that she had a lawyer explain her contract, and basically she just couldn't post videos, but she could say whatever she wanted in the situation. That is kind of wild. Like, when you hire somebody to literally be with you all day long, be trusted, and they can get mad and snap and let all this stuff go when they're supposed to be like a lamb. But is that fair in 2020 to be treating people like lambs?
I mean, that's why we have non-disclosure agreements. I know a lot of people right now are still talking about the hush money that R. Kelly and them gave.
These days.
Those non-disclosure agreements, we really need them. And it's not, I'm not saying for the toxic people, whatever, but there are just certain things that not everybody needs to know. Nobody needs to know that you take mental pills every now and then. Like, look, it's hard to be in front of millions of people every day.
It's just everybody is just so nosy, and if you're like transparent, it's not real, you know? Mm-hmm. You have to give like a pre-authorized statement to the world all the time.
Every time. Just
real is too much. Like,
it's exhausting.
Something's wrong with you. We wanted to know, but we didn't want to know.
You never want to know. Y'all don't want to know that, you know, no, Beyonce's hips are fake. Y'all want to know that.
Like, nah, they can look on Snapchat. Everything's fake though, but like, if you're like rich enough, man, pull them titties up by their drawstrings every few years. Good job, sis.
But you know, that's another thing, non-disclosure agreements as well. A lot of people are watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, all that. You know, every time that you make an account through at least one of those, we'll just say like at least a phone. You're watching this through a phone. You have to sign off on terms and conditions and disclosure agreement when you make a phone account.
But as an American,
but y'all don't read that.
But as a ruthless American, okay, so we all saw what was that, Batman Begins? Mm-hmm. When who's that? Damn.
The new one that just came out?
Batman Begins. Old dude, he was in there. I guess Batman was salty because they was looking for him, and they had all that, the windows, and they were using everybody's phones to map out the city and figure out where he was.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about The Dark Knight.
Yeah, okay. And he was so mad about it. Like, he's like, bro, we don't do it, somebody else will. We were just trying to find you, bro. You knew we could do this. We just wasn't doing it, you know?
In context, she's talking about, like, you know, Facebook Messenger. When you guys first made your Facebook Messenger, I don't know how long y'all made it.
As an American, back to this, I feel like that's a useful tool for our safety, you know? Save us some time. Of course, that sucks for, like, people doing bad things, but, like, okay... Obama, there he is. Go get him.
You don't even need to do all that. How many people?
Well, that's all you gotta do.
How many people?
Why are we knocking on every door?
We have our phones on. I don't need them
knocking on every door when they can just go.
We have our phones on all day, every day. We be showing people us getting dressed, going to bed, taking a dookie. I don't know how many times I've seen Cardi B take a dookie. Lizzo take a dookie. Like, see.
I don't know. I don't follow that Reddit, but
it's on Instagram. Like, you know, what was it? Was a picture that Lizzo took. She was like flicking off her phone and everything.
Don't say flick off.
Flick off. She was giving them bird. Either way,
like this man said moist.
No. I said flicking off the camera, not flicking the bean.
Bro.
But Cardi B, oh my gosh. I think the video is still up. Like, she had a really bad taco or something. Like, and she just, like, describing it is weird. So, we don't need cameras to spy on us. We spy on ourselves. We get away with murder on live. That Buffalo thing, was that Buffalo or was that New York?
What happened?
The massacre. The guy, like, drove 200 miles, killed nothing but black people in a certain neighborhood, and he streamed it live on Twitch.
I feel like that stuff is like, you know, government assassins. Like, or just like fake news, but you know, that stuff isn't really real until that happens to you, and that's so sad.
That is partially what I believe. Like, when people live stream things now.
The simulation.
Live streaming can be actually faked or whatnot.
Like the moon landing. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah, we did talk about the moon landing. I mean, y'all know where we are. All you know is that, you know, we're in a realm with Ariel behind us.
But as far as people just signing anything and everything, do you feel like well, obviously identity theft has been up like a mug since the internet, but everybody in this generation is just like so my data, but we're the quickest to sign anything. When back in the day, you remember they used to throw phone books at everybody's doorstep? And it would have everybody's address, phone number, damn near your date of birth, where your mom works, in the book on everybody's front porch. Like,
they would have enough public information on it. And you know, everybody's like, oh, my phone number is private. Like, your phone number is public. It's actually technically public.
All of it is really public. Like, if you search somebody's first and last name, you can pull up anything about them online.
You can pull up enough. You can pull up their...
Let me have your date of birth. Boom.
You can pull up their, like, what is it? Their criminal records. That's completely
anything
public.
That they own and where they live and their last 2 places that they stayed.
That is mostly public. They can't look up your direct address, but they can say you live in, you know, whatever city in whatever state. Your direct address is only this much private. You tell people your address.
I don't know. It was this weird link going around on Facebook, and I definitely clicked on it. Typed in a few names, you know, all my friends. And it was like a whole bunch of stuff, like their last places of employment, all the cars in their name, all the businesses in their name. You know, my friends own businesses, so all their businesses
the
in their
schools
name.
y'all went to.
Like literally, like the last 3 places they stayed, like the places they stayed now, their phone number, last phone number. I was like, it's literally all this stuff, and all you needed was their first, last name, and date of birth, and that's crazy. That's the phone book, the freaking internet.
Yeah.
And you really can't be too mad because it's just like they used to throw that shit on everybody's doorstep.
You can't be mad about Facebook selling your information too. Like, what information are you giving Facebook to sell? Are you just giving them your first and last name, or are you giving them your address, your phone number, your email, your, you know, the last place you worked? How many people have their employment history on Facebook?
But they just keep saying update. Accept.
Another thing, you guys don't read their privacy agreements.
But if you say no, is your Facebook deleted?
You just say no, and they're just like, okay, well, fine. You know, you can't sue us. That's it.
You can say no? When they ask to update the stuff, you can say no and just still have your account. Because I know, certain, that's only happened with me on Snapchat, I was going to say, like, they update and you literally can't use it until you actually update it all the way.
Facebook is a little bit different because what you already have on Facebook, they're already allowing you to put on there. You don't have to put every single thing about you on Facebook, but they give that as an option just because. I don't know why. Still, when they update their terms and agreements and their policies and their privacies and all that, everything that's already on your Facebook is already, should be, technically. If anything is taken away, it's because it, you know, breached copyright infringement or whatever.
So we did say that NDAs, they can expire, but what happens when your NDA has no expiration date?
It still technically has an expiration date. They have to put an endpoint. The endpoint is just a loophole, though. Again, they can say till life or till death, you know. Basically, I have 3 Xboxes in my studio.
You have a lifetime warranty? So if you die and give it to your nephew and it breaks, they won't fix it?
The warranty will last a year. In a few months, my Xbox Series X will not, you know, have a protection for damage on anything. So once that happens, I'm just going to modify the heck out of it. I'm just saying. It's going to have RGB and everything. Just...
But speaking on data, is it possible... speaking on data, is it possible to have, like, complete anonymity on the internet? Like...
Immunity or anonymity?
Anonymity. Like, just be completely ghost and, like, you know...
Only way for that to happen is you don't have any public information in any database. So that means, like, you don't even have a name.
Do you feel like our webcams scan our faces anyway, like we're at a Kroger checkout?
So, to tell you the truth, all those webcams that, like, scan faces and all that, those are special webcams. Regular cameras can only do so much. Yes, they can go through an AI program and be like, okay, I saw his face, let me link it to another face. But, you know, it's an actual special camera that they have to just be like, boom, like 2.2 seconds of you walking
people
by
have these
somebody.
special cameras right here on their phones.
They do on their iPhones. Your iPhone's got a way better camera than my phone. So if you have an iPhone, you know, be careful. That's why they have facial recognition as an unlocked thing.
His compliment was even iPhone shade. Like, how you do that?
The iPhones are cool, like, but I wouldn't have it. I
He'd
understand.
be walking around with a PC around his neck if he could.
Not a PC, but maybe another console.
A build phone.
I want the flip phones back. I want the MP3 phones back.
No, one of those one phones you can like attach a speaker on the bottom and put a fisheye lens and shit on it.
Those were the Moto Z phones. I want that. They don't make them anymore.
I think so. I saw like a commercial for it.
They stopped selling them. They used to have ones with projectors, speakers, a big old camera lens on it. Oh my gosh. I want me a phone that just I can play games on for real. I kid you not. What is it? Still, just be careful. Like with the iPhones, there are like there are 3 terms and agreements you gotta go through with the iPhone. You have to go through the Apple terms and agreements. Then you make your Facebook. Now you gotta go through Facebook terms and agreements.
But as you see, just like a minute ago, I don't have my Siri set up at all. And I was just talking about an assistant. And that hoe thought I was talking about her. And I literally don't have it set up. Like, you know how you raise your phone? Like, I don't do that. Like, I don't be double tapping, nothing. I don't have that set up. I use the search bar. Like an old person. Whenever I need anything in my phone, you know, you scroll down and then there's like a search bar at the top. I'll be like settings, general, like wherever the heck I want to go. I just search it at the top. I don't swipe or anything.
Let's not act like Alexa don't have a terms and agreement either, though.
So like, when is Siri not listening?
Siri's
Even
always
when you
listening.
tell her not to, she's still listening.
She's always listening. Alexa's always listening. That's the terms and agreement. Once you turn Siri and Alexa on, my Google Assistant, when I keep going, hey Google, she's always listening, you know, making sure I'm, you know, talking to her specifically. They have to do that. It has nothing to do with they're spying on you, they're part of the feds or whatever.
But how do you explain when you're like having a conversation, you're like, oh, I really want a hamburger. I need a green scarf to go with that red dress. And then as soon as you turn on, oh, you buy a pregnancy test. And then you start scrolling and it's like, oh, breast pumps. Oh, how dare you. Once upon a child. Terrible. Like, why is this even there?
I know nothing about like voice recognition ads, but I do know about like when you go on like
that's listening voice recognition.
I know. I have no recollection of like voice listening ads. I don't have any ads where it's like, you know, anything I said they got an ad for it. But I do when I go on Walmart pops up on my Facebook timeline. When I go on like Guitar Center or something like that,
or you pass somebody in traffic and you're like, okay, y'all make eye contact, and the next thing you know, it's in your suggested friends that you're like, what? How you knew we made eye contact?
I have no recollection of that either. I know people keep talking about it.
You've never just seen somebody outside and be like, okay, and then they popped up and like, people you may know.
You know I am one to always listen to a conspiracy theory, no matter how crazy it sounds. But I have my Kinect connected to my Xbox, and nothing has popped up on anything that I do in my studio. I kid you not. Still.
Why you say it like that?
No, it's not connected to my Xbox. They're both connected to my computer. They're not going to advertise anything. Still, I do when I go on websites and everything.
You're funny.
Every time I go on like websites where I purchase things, Amazon, Walmart, whatever, it pops up on my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, all that. But nothing about me saying I want a burger and then like Burger King pops up on my Facebook.
That's never happened to you. Only when you're like in the store.
I would love me like some lasagna from La Rosa's. Like just a large lasagna or something.
All right, we'll hit y'all back in the comments whether or not lasagna and La Rosa's or Stouffer's or whatever the heck is gonna pop up.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know.
He'll let you know.
Oh my gosh, like if only I could find like Rob Zombie's favorite guitar, I would pay like whatever dollar for that.
They sell guitars.
No, Rob Zombie has a guitar.
At Audi's.
I want Rob Zombie's guitar.
This close to buying an Audi guitar.
I need more guitars, y'all. I need Rob Zombie's guitar at that. I need Ozzy Osbourne's favorite guitar. See if that pops up. Y'all listening to us. We're streaming right now, and I just said it to my phone. It has to pop up somewhere.
If anybody wants to call in and tell us about any suspicious times where they were just talking about something and it popped up on their phone, please call the number and support us here on Anchor.
The number is 788-3910.
It popped up just the wrong thing.
Anyways,
can we talk about some more epic contracts? Boom.
788-3910. Yeah, so, you know, we talking about the 360 deals, we talk about the Facebook.
No, I want to talk about some wicked fictional contracts that may have some true story based.
Every single one.
Single one.
Did you see Princess and the Frog?
Yeah. But I'm happy that her and the frog really worked on their relationship before they got married. We need love without trauma, and it's crazy. She already had like a trauma story, a dude that didn't even want her, and all that other stuff. But at least they stayed frogs on their terms.
No, you're talking about Frozen.
No, I'm talking about Princess and the Frog with Tiana.
She didn't want the prince, but the prince wanted her. But the prince wanted her for selfish reasons.
Exactly. But they went through a whole thing, like he wanted her best friend and all this other stuff.
She didn't want him.
And they were like, you know, like it was just like a whole thing. She came from poverty, and
you know what? We're gonna have like a Disney discussion episode.
So yeah, so like they stayed frogs. They didn't just like kiss immediately and be married and stuff like that, just so they can fix it. They were in the woods for a minute, technically, but
they did try
with the swamp.
That's why she got turned into a frog.
Yeah, they tried. But they stayed frogs for a while before they was just like, whew. But that is terms and agreement because she had to be a princess. So it couldn't just be a kiss.
It had to be true love.
They had to literally be married.
It had to be true love, and she had to be a princess. Those are two terms that he had to follow. And he thought she was a princess, so it failed. She got turned into a frog.
Speaking of other contracts that are like kind of like forever things, let's talk about marriage. Most people they talk about marriage like, yeah, I just gotta upgrade my girlfriend, keep her a little harder.
Oh, no, for real.
But the other day I was just telling my bro, he's like, yeah, you know, we getting married. Okay, I'm not just saying it like that, but it's just like
we just get married, y'all.
And then I was telling him, I'm like, that's what's up. Like, you know, that's before God. That's what's up. Da da da. And he was just like, what?
No,
and I was like, you know, that's a commitment before God. Like, for real. Y'all should, like, you know, talk to a pastor. Like, you know, sit in front of a deacon and get some counseling and really go in there. Like, he was like, I ain't never heard of that before. How could you have never heard of that at all before? Like, I'm not coming at you crazy or anything by saying, like, you know, like, talk to God and be one before you step into... And union is about one, is it not? You know, like, so, like, the terms of agreement, just, like, stepping into stuff and just not even knowing, like, the full length and heaviness of it.
They call that a covenant once upon a time. Also, you know, I had another friend who they only wanted to get married spiritually, not legally. And I was like, that's cool, but when your wife gets sick, you know, you can't have no say on what should happen to her body.
That's the scary stuff.
Yeah.
But domestic partnerships are like, well, that's almost why they were so adamant about gay people getting married, so that like you can like dead the whole domestic partner thing. I was living with you for 5 years, then after you've been living with somebody for 5 years, why are you not married? If they really wanted you to have a say, if they really wanted you to have their things, then they would have married you, you know? So like after domestic partnership, because everybody can get married. So what's going on, Billy and
even
Johnson?
Still, you guys break up. What's to say you should have half of their stuff anyways? Oh, we've been together for 10 years, so I should definitely keep the house. Like, it don't work that way. Your name ain't even on the lease. Like, I'm just talking about the homosexual men, you know.
Or credit issues, whatever.
Credit issues. The girlfriends on TikTok be swearing up and down like they deserve their man's PlayStation because he cheated or whatever. So they be picking up.
The bathtub does.
The bathtub does. That's where it goes. Then they be wondering why they get sued. Like, they just tore up their Jordans. They broke their PlayStation.
Sued?
They keyed their car.
That's petty. They sue me after that?
Man, one girl tossed her man's mom's ashes into the river. Yeah. I'm just saying, she
saw
got
that was messed up. She should have been ashes after that. That was crazy.
No, he just sued her. Other dude, like the girl blew up his car.
What's the price on your mom's ashes and the humiliation of that? And it went viral. So that's like all types of like, whoa.
He got a good payment for that, and that she ain't even gonna pay. She just going to jail.
Not paying it. Man, it's over. Like 10,000, it's over. Sorry.
However viral that video went,
Super sorry.
like, oh, word, I'm just going to jail. Like, but it'd be a lot, you know.
So, let's say like something like that happens, and they sue you for it, and you end up going to jail. When you get out, you don't owe anything, right?
No, you still owe.
Dang!
Now
What's the point of going to jail then?
You're going to jail because you couldn't pay for it. Now there is this little thing happening.
Annoying.
Yeah, there is this little loophole in there.
If I go to jail to pay for my crimes, that shit should be paid for when I get out.
You gotta be in jail for
Is
a
it
while, like maybe 7
I
plus
gotta do
years.
dishes every day in there?
For like 7+
What the
years
heck?
and such. I mean, you can get a job in jail too, but it won't pay you much.
No, I'm talking about if you go to jail for fraud and it's like, oh, you did fraud for like $2 million or whatever, then you go to jail for it. You just paid for your crimes. You get out. I don't owe $2 million no more.
There's still
okay?
people coming out of jail from the PPP loan, the
mean
tax
going
fraud
in?
and all that.
You know how many people
Yeah.
I know getting kicked out of their public housing?
Getting kicked out of public housing, losing their cars.
For the PPP, that stuff's catching up to us for this next tax season.
I know everybody was so happy when they got that $20,000
That's what really made the
loan.
business y'all were talking about.
What business? They just wanted to buy a house
They
real
even
quick.
had like loans to pay the workers
They
after
just wanted
they
to buy
made
a
the
car.
business.
I got $20,000. Put it on that car right there. They just want to go to the casino. That's it. You know what?
Okay.
I'm not I'm
This
gonna stop
wig is
dogging
not
people.
alone.
Yes, 788-3910. Call in. Oh, my phone's not even on. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody's trying to call in and the phone line's not even on. One second.
But yeah, speaking on entanglements though, for real, it's the sugar daddies that need the contract. Cause y'all be running the business. What? Just telling on everybody, spilling the tea. Hey, if I'm paying you, what little baby say? If I'm paying you, shut up.
Okay, the phone
Something like
line's
that.
on.
What he say? He said something.
The phone line's on. No, for real. Hush money is a real thing. Hush money does come with a
Hush
paper
money
trail.
don't keep them quiet like that no more.
I mean, that's why like they're going to court about it.
Like really, like if I pay you, shut up.
Like now I gotta sue you. And like, oh, I'm countersuing because you done some horrible things to me. It's like, okay, not even to support those people. I'm just saying, like,
Crying in the Wraith is not doing it for him no more.
man. But yeah, our phone line is on if you want to call. Like, we got a few more minutes and such. 788-3910. And man, just you guys really need to look at the contracts. You guys really need cars. You're buying cars worth way more than what you know. Well, sorry, worth way less than what you're paying for it. Like you just,
Car dealers have been scamming people for the longest. Those are the original scammers.
but you can't underscam
That's almost where
them.
all the scammers have came from after being let go.
You can't
Because,
underscam the
whoa.
car companies. Once they find out how rare the car they have in their lot is, the value just went up. Once they find out that, you know, there's a custom engine in that car, the value just went up. You had to talk a certain way to where y'all both get a deal at a car dealership. And that's just how it works. Jewelry is a little bit different. You just gotta cut the middleman, and then you get the diamonds for like 1/3 less than what they're charging at Zales or K and such. But that's something I don't want to tell nobody. That $2,000 diamond ring is actually worth like $1,500 maybe.
Diamonds are weird. It's the fake diamonds and the real diamonds and the artificial diamonds and the moon diamonds and I don't know.
The blood diamonds and
I'm sticking to
the acrylic
stones.
diamonds.
It's just too much right now. Diamonds right here, acrylic diamonds.
Acrylic diamonds.
I just can't.
You can
All
tell the
the
jewelry is
pasta say.
real though, but it's not worth it. Like setting it on fire and trying to crush it with a hammer. Like all that just to see if it's real.
That's not how I wear mine.
Now the value just went way more up and you have a broken ring.
If I need my jewelry tested, I'm gonna go to the mall and look for a nigga in skinny jeans. He could be like, ding, ding, ding.
You know how much those things cost? Those cost like
The jewelry test dudes,
$500-$600.
they be like, how much is this? How much is that? But it's real.
It ain't real. They pay $500 for that just to say it ain't real, just to charge
Girl,
y'all.
be like, what? You trying to embarrass me?
They be charging y'all $50
This fat ass
just to go
ridiculous
ding.
ring that I know you can't buy?
Hey, those Walmart rings though.
Are they real though?
They're not.
They're not?
They're not.
I'm thinking it's just like a moon diamond or something.
Nah, they're still good diamonds. It's just...
Is it a diamond?
It's a diamond, but it's not those diamonds. Yeah.
See, that's why diamonds are dumb now.
Diamonds are forever. Again, this is just to talk about reading your terms and conditions and agreements.
Something chrome.
I don't read them all for every single account that I make, because sometimes I might not ever get on that account ever again. But once I keep the account, then I'm reading everything. Like, what can I do? What can I not do? I'm not about to lose my stuff just because I played a song that y'all don't like. Facebook ain't letting us play music no more.
Zucker douche.
Right. Twitch lets us do it. YouTube lets us do it. We can even get paid to do it on Twitch and YouTube, but
TikTok
Facebook
been going hard.
Yeah, TikTok go hard.
Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us from the beginning, tuning in for our concerning topics.
We love y'all. We will be selling t-shirts very soon, cups and everything. Show them the cup that we got.
Okay, because I was in here.
She got a CT Time cup, y'all.
Check it out. It's
well, you see the watch.
I make the lights super warm because I like warm lights. But but yeah, CT Time, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, super cool. Y'all know I use it like every time I'm on set because, you know, smoker's voice.
We also have t-shirts too, so just letting y'all know we are trying to get the merch together. We are on Spotify. We just do appreciate all the audience listening and just, you know, gathering thought input and just opening their minds a little bit to like how the world kind of works.
And most of all, bearing with us.
Yeah, most of all, bearing with us.
To technical issues and all of the above.
There's not an episode missing.
We do plan on having some more giveaways and ciphers, having some more guests on. If you would like to be on the show, if you have any suggestions about any episodes or anything that we should talk about, please send it to our Anchor, our YouTube, or text the number, or right here in the comments on whatever platform you're watching on.
We're not actually, you know, keeping people from getting on the show. All y'all scared. Y'all need to stop being scared. I know we have scary talks, but like that's the whole point of the show is to have scary conversations. You know, we need somebody brave enough and professional to get on here and be like, you know what? I don't agree with anything that y'all say, and here's why, or whatever. Like, we don't care. We just trying to have a conversation. But, you know, still, read your contracts, please. You know, for the cars you buy, for the houses you rent out, for the apartments you get in, and also just for the life that you want to have. It's that simple. If you don't think that you should read it, you know, don't complain when you lose your car, when you lose your house, when you lose your child. Like,
do you know technically, like when you give birth to a kid, like as the mother, it's not yours yet? You have to file for custody for your own baby after you push it out.
I kid you not. Read those papers.
That was mine though. I own my kid.
Read those papers. Oh my gosh. Read the papers about the school year too. Like there's people sending their kids to boarding schools. Please read those contracts. There's people sending their kids to college. Please read those contracts. You know, some public schools don't want your kids wearing, you know, their hair a certain way. Read those contracts. Or else you're going to have your dread-headed son.
Social media can't save everybody.
It can't.
Just because you didn't read that it was Gorilla Glue or you couldn't tell that it was this or that because you didn't want to pay attention. Your kid is out here working for porridge and cutting the grass and getting their hair cut off and permed behind your back without nobody telling you and some more stuff. Okay.
No, we still go. For real. Don't be posting your kids online when you didn't read the rules of the sports, to the schools, and all that. It's just.
And in most cases, the difference between today's music industry and the whack deals of yesteryears is that the internet has allowed, in some of these cases, forced artists and much more hands in their career in management.
If you're trying to get up there, but just pay attention. That's all we saying. You got anything else you want to say?
No, we out of here.
Are we out of there? It's been good, y'all.